The sails on this ship actually look pretty good. The problem is, they don't seem like they're gonna work very well, but that's not something I'm gonna worry about right now. What I'm gonna start worrying about is the interior. So, let's go ahead and start building the inside of this thing, hopefully to a standard that is, like, okay, so we can sort of understand what's going on in here, and, well, hopefully it looks alright. We're also gonna try and figure out how many, like, how many levels need to be in here and stuff like that, because I would imagine there's going to be quite a few. Let's get to it. Alright, well, straight into the building then. Let's go straight to the inside and change the color of the walls to white. There we go. This is just so that we can actually see what's going on inside of here, and I feel like that's a-okay. What we're going to do is have the first section of this, in fact, delete these guys. There we go. Have the first section of this go like so. There we go. Delete these guys back there and shove that all the way across. Excellent. And then we're actually going to go ahead and put these windows on here again. Am I not allowed to actually just put them straight on? That's crazy. Anyway, this is going to be extended all the way back, so let's do that now. Here we go. That goes all the way to there. And then we're going to do this from here all the way backwards as well. There we go. Delete this guy and this guy. From back there, we might as well just do this, and then we're going to delete that one, and this one, and we're going to sort all of this out. Okay, we're then going to go from here forwards, and I am going to have to add all of these windows in separately, but that's a-okay. So this goes all the way down to the end. Alright, I am going to go ahead and paint this little piece as well, because I can, and then we need to actually add all of the windows, and from there, we can then fill in all the side pieces, and get some beds, and also some seating on the ship. Now, there's not really going to be too much on the ship itself, but we'll try and get as much of it on here as we can that looks nice and also just seems to fit. Okay? I'm not very good at interiors, so a lot of it is going to be left relatively empty, but that's okay. So let's zoom this all the way back down to the front and fill it all in. There we go. Alright, good. Doesn't impact the outside, but it does obviously make it a flat wall on the inside, which is what we need. Okay, so starting out then, let's go ahead and get ourselves a bed. We are going to have many beds on here, but we'll see how this goes. So we're going to do it in this color for now, and I should... Oh, you know what? It has to go there. It has to go there, and it has to go there, which means the window is kind of blocked, but honestly, I think that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and do many of these, and I need to do it on both sides, which I didn't do with the wall. Right, I need to redo the wall on this side. Alright, so I don't know how many beds to actually put on this thing, but we're going to go ahead and put a good few, and these rooms are going to be tiny. They're literally just going to be for beds. All of the cargo will be wherever the cargo is going to go, so yeah, let's build all of this out for now. And they're not even gonna have doors. Yeah, that's right. No doors for these guys. So let's go ahead and just do this right here. And this right here. There we go. And we'll do the same thing on all of these guys. And there's not even gonna be that many rooms, if I'm honest. But these are bunk beds, and that's okay. This is actually the front of the ship, so kind of strange to put them here, I feel. But it's a-okay. So check that there, and there. And do it again, and again, and again. Alright, there we go. So that is currently 6 beds on one side, and 6 beds on the other. Alright, I mean, I don't see that as a bad thing. Let's go ahead and do a few more just here. We'll probably do another 6 there, and another 6 here. And, what, that's not that many beds altogether, but it's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and also paint this in as well. So, we're just going to go ahead and paint around the edge, just like so. Around this edge as well, just like that. And we'll do it here. There we go. And then I'm going to essentially just copy and paste this room along. And we'll put it here as well. And we'll do that one as well, I think. And then towards the back of the ship, we'll have a few more of these. And I suppose in the middle, we might have a few too. But I think at the back of the ship, at least on the upstairs, this is going to be like a cafeteria sort of area. And also, at the very front, we are going to be blocking this area off. This bit from, like, this area right here is going to be, like a maintenance area sort of thing. This isn't going to be for the civilians. You know? I feel like that makes sense. Possibly. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and do this right here. Bosh. Go ahead and get rid of this piece. And then this is separate to back here. That is fine. Alright, that will do then. So we've got 12 on each side, so 24 beds all together, which is not enough, if I'm honest. So I'm thinking, actually, we'll add more beds in the center bit. So actually bring this across, wherever the center may be. We'll actually put a wall in real quick. So from here, we're going to add a wall straight down the center, all the way to this side. And we're going to add more beds on both sides of this. Yes. So that's going to go there. Hopefully the area above is still fine. I might have to repaint the flooring, but we'll see. Paste that there. Do I? Yep, I have to repaint the flooring on these two. That's okay. And then we'll have to do it again on this side. Unfortunately, but it is what it is. All right, there we go. And back here. There we go. All right, nice. Merge these guys in. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. Okay. In the center area right here, we should probably have some seats of some sort. So that is the next step. Don't know how I feel about those. They look pretty weird, but it is what it is. So they're going to stay just like that, which is crazy, actually, but it is what it is. So, yes, we got... Oh, my goodness. Have I actually messed this up? Have I really actually messed this up? Wait, now I'm just confused. How is there an extra piece here? What? What in the world? I think I've put it off to the side by accident. All right, let's have a little looky here. So from here, 1, 2, 3. Is there a double wall there? No. What? Is there a double wall here? No. Oh, wait, what? What have I done? Okay, well, that's somewhat sorted, I suppose. So, beds on that side, beds on this side, and I fixed this little area. I don't know what I did wrong, but I just deleted all of this side, copied this side, put it back this side, and then it was done. So, there you go. Anyway, we need to put more floors in this thing, so that'll happen next, I guess. We still need to do loads. There is actually so much needs to be done on this ship. So, what I'm thinking we do is we actually take this entire seating area right here. We're going to copy it. I'm going to move it over to the edge, which is going to be there. Yep. And we're going to send it. In fact, we'll actually put some just here. So we got more seating just there. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll merge this together. And then we're going to go ahead and continue this. Oh, actually, I need it on the other side too. I'm not very good with interiors. I really actually suck at it, but that's going to go there. Okay, sure. Merge this together. And then I'm going to continue it down. There's actually just going to be random seating pretty much everywhere. Which may or may not be like a good idea, but we'll see. So if that goes there, it leaves a little bit at the edge, but that's fine. So paste this in, merge that together. And then we'll take it to the other side again, and we'll paste it here. There we go. Merge that again. Oh, have I done that in the wrong place? Have I actually? Yeah, I have. Alright, whatever. That's fine. Okay, good. So that's done. We then need this bit to be like a mess hall, sort of. So what I'm going to do is delete these guys, grab this right here, and I'm going to zoom it across like that. There you go. So again, on this side, it's actually going to be like the captain's quarters, I think. But it's not going to be for the normal people. I think that makes sense. Okay, I've gone ahead and done this at the back. So obviously there's a wall right here, and then we've got these little like bollard thingamabobbies. I'm actually going to go ahead and zoom this across here. This is going to be like a little corridor, and then right here we're going to have the captain's quarters thingamabobbies. So what I wanted initially was to use this as the area where we could have windows. So that's exactly what we're going to use this area for. We're going to have windows. Okay, so go to each side, and we're going to do this. There we go. We're going to do that right there. This might be too, like, low, I guess. But I suppose that'd be really interesting to look out of, maybe. All right, there we go. Let's get ourselves actual windows, and we'll put them in. So it's going to be 3x3 angled windows. Yes. And I think I want them in gold. Like this gold. There we go. All right, very nice. And then in the center, we'll just have a 1x3, wherever that is. I can never remember where they are. There you go. And put that in there as well. So from the outside, this is what it looks like. Ugh! I don't like that. I really don't like that. But I'm going to do this anyway. And this. And hope that that doesn't look too horrible. But it kind of does. It actually kind of does. Oh. I don't know how I feel about that. Actually. I'm going to do it like that instead. But the gold windows are the thing that I think is putting me off. Although I'm not sure. Okay, what I need to do is go downstairs and sort out the next level. So, this one is currently... How high is this? 8. So downstairs, we're going to do another 8. Alright, so... whoa. Let's figure it out from the center. It's probably easier. So, 8 is there, which means 9 is there. Which means this right here is going to be the next floor. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's going to be a lot of work going on here, isn't there? This is crazy. Alright, that goes there. We are going to have to delete all of this. My goodness. All the way forwards. And weirdly, this is sort of in the way. It is very much in the way. Which is annoying. That is very annoying because I need that to attach onto there, and I also need a way to get past these guys if I need to, which I do. So, yeah, and I can't go through the center? Oh, I guess I could, but that wouldn't be very good. Oh, that's really frustrating, actually. Oh, no. I might be able to squeeze through here. Hang on. Hopper? No, actually, if I type in coal, we might be able to use a medium coal duct there, but it pretty much takes up the same space as one of these anyway. So, would I be able to squeeze past this? Oh, not really. That would be horrible. What if the back of the ship and the front of the ship are actually in two separate areas? Would that be crazy? Maybe a little bit. Alright, well anyway, let's go ahead and zoom this down the sides. There you go. And, well, we're actually going to leave that bit the way that it is. It's going to stay wide open right there. Cool. Alright, well, we're going to have to go forwards and sort out the rest of this anyway. Yeah. This is not how I wanted it to be, but it just is. it just is the way that it is. That's fine. Alright, so let's go down to 9. Delete those guys. Shove this in. All the way down to the front of the ship. But again, we're not going to go down to the end. We're actually going to leave the front bit open. We're just going to go ahead and delete these guys because we can. And zoom that across there like that. Fill in this little piece. Okay. And then get rid of all of these guys. And then extend it out on the bottom. And that should be a-okay as well. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Bosh that in. Very good. We are going to change the color of this to be actually white. There you go. Hopefully that hasn't changed anything else. I don't think it has. And that is fine. So we got bedrooms up here, some seating in the middle, we got seating down the side. Go downstairs. Obviously we got some big rooms for the boiler and stuff like that. But then we're going to have smaller rooms for, again, just more like seating and stuff. Then downstairs there's the coal bunker, which is what this is. Pretty much. And then all of this is sort of the coal bunker too. I don't think we need to get to this area, if I'm honest. So, we're gonna essentially just put a physics thing in here. And have these doors locked. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. We're not gonna have to do most of the interior if we do it that way, and quite honestly, the interior that I put in this is gonna be subpar anyway, so not being able to see it is great. Okay, fully boxed off then is what it is, and this room is now empty. So I guess if I put like a physics flutter in here, that will work. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this end, right here. And I'm actually just going to... Oh, we got a little bit of lag. I think I'm just going to box off this edge too. I might as well. There's no real reason not to. I don't know. Interiors I suck at. I'm going to continue to say it. Because it's true. What I might do to try and get better at it, actually, is when I do my next project, which is going to be a smaller boat, I do believe, I will go ahead and try my very best to make the interior on that very nice. Okay? It's the only way I'm going to get better at it, I suppose. But, there you go. Alright, so we're going to say this is a coal bunker as well, pretty much. A lot of this area is coal as well, anyway. And then we've got coal in here. And we got coal in here. Alright, leave all of those empty. That's fine. So, I guess, then... I'm just gonna go ahead and put seats in here, like loads of seats. And then, that's it, pretty much. That's not very good, is it? I don't know. The way I see it is if I don't really like doing something, then the video itself will be awful. You know, so I'm trying not to make the video itself awful. What I really want to get to is actually sailing this thing up to the Arctic. So that's the plan. Okay, that's what I'm actually excited for, not the interior. You know? Hopefully you know. In fact, with that being said, how about we just focus on the outside for now then? And, well, once that's done, we can then probably set off. I do still need to do stuff with the sails, try and fix those. Although I was kind of waiting for you guys to see the previous video. However, we're not at that point. That video hasn't come out for you guys just yet, as of the time of this filming. But, yes. Anyway, what I'm going to do is add a little room right here. And this little room is going to be like vents for the boilers. With that being said, let me go ahead and change the color of the inside back to brown, and that'll be fine. There we go. Yes. Okay, so it's all brown. Fine. That also makes the outside brown again, which is good because that's what I wanted. And we're going to fix all of this into place. So what I'm going to do is build this up here and this up here. We're going to attach this guy onto there like this. Because I kind of want it to be open. Pretty much, but don't know how that's gonna work. So put that there, this guy on here, fill that in right there, fill this in right here, and that piece. Alright, that looks nice. And then we're gonna put an actual roof on there, but I might as well use the same color roof as these guys. So let's do this right here, all the way across. Very nice. And I'm actually just gonna seal it off like so. Okay. Yeah. On the inside of here, windows seems to make sense. So let's grab these. I'm gonna do it in the same color as the thingamabobby. All right, there we go. So that's 3 in the middle, that's 2 in the middle, and that's 4 in the middle. How have I done that? How have I done that? There we go. Right. So delete this guy and shove this in. Delete these guys. Shove that in. Delete that guy. Shove this in. And there we go. So now it's actually properly sealed off anyway. We don't actually need this anymore. But the windows are in. I think that's fine. And actually, I think we should put some little thingamabobbies on the roof. Just some like little skylights. Yeah. Alright, there we go. So 2 there. We're going to go ahead and do 2 here as well. And then using that as like the center, we'll do that one. And this one. Okay. I think that's fine. We'll leave it like that. You know what, guys? I'm doing something pretty crazy now. Very crazy, in fact. I'm deleting this. Yeah. Okay, I'm deleting that. And I'm deleting this. Okay, pretty crazy. And I'm deleting this. Again, pretty crazy. And before I get on to anything else, I'm going to try and figure out how I'm going to replace those. So, where did they go to? Probably around like here-ish. Oh, a little bit further. Alright. Delete all of that. go to the floor. We need a winch. Okay. This is where things get crazy. This is where things get proper crazy. We're going to go ahead and get this color, and I'm going to put this here for now. I'm going to leave it on the top. What I'm going to do from there... Oh, man, I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't know how I feel about this. Is I am going to add a rope anchor. Okay, so a rope anchor goes here, and a sail goes here. Okay, so far, so good. What we need to do is attach this to here, and then this to here, and here. Okay. Right. Weird, but sure. This is going to be my test one, so we'll try and do a test here. Button. Okay, so toggle button. This is going to go here, and I'm going to attach this to... down? Up. Up. Raises the winch cable up. No, down so it goes out. Okay. Right, we don't need to worry about electricity. I'm not going to worry about that at all. Detach ropes, we're not going to do anything about. Take in. So, while active, allows ropes forming the sail to spool freely. Not what we want. Okay. So, this is winch. Winch. We'll go with down. Yep. Okay. We're then going to go with winch up. Winch up. And then we're going to go with sails. I'm just going to type sails. Sure. So this is going to be winch up. And then this is going to be for sails, which is there. Okay. What I also need to do is delete this guy, which is crazy. Delete all of this as well, but I'm going to do it from here first. We're going to go to track. And I'm going to add one of these. But I want to do it in that color. Here we go. So the track goes here all the way to there. Okay. We add one of these guys onto here like this. And we add the sail bit onto the end of there like so. Okay. We then need to sort that out too. Okay, so the slider needs to go to here. So let's do that next. We need a throttle to allow the slider to go in. Okay, here we go. Connect this guy up to there. And we're going to put plus and minus because that's how these things work. And hopefully that'll be good. All right. Oh, wait, the sail isn't there, is it? I don't think I've put the sail back together. In fact, I definitely haven't. Let's have a look. It's not going to be there. Yeah, it's not there. So this is the one that we are looking at now, instead of these guys. Oh, interesting. There she is. So that right there is one of the sails, and... Wait, are we on infinite electricity? Why did that just go all the way down? Infinite electricity is on. That just went straight down to the bottom for no apparent reason? Okay. So if I do this, does it do anything? No, if I do this, does it do anything? Alright, so that brings the sail out. If it was strong enough, which it is not. Okay, that's the problem. Sails? So that's to spool freely. If I then winch up? Sorry, winch down. Realistically, this... Oh, it's actually currently attached to the ground. Oh man, this is going to be tricky. Because essentially, for the sail to be in, this needs to go all the way over to here, and then this needs to go all the way in as well. But what I'm going to do real quick is make this 1 to 32. I need to detach this from the ground. Which it is now. And then we're going to see what happens. Let's see. I think maybe if I put some weight on that, then it would actually work the way that I'm thinking, but I'm not sure. Where you at? Where you at, ship? There it is. Uh-huh. Yeah, so that's kind of how that's supposed to work, except it isn't supposed to get winched up like that. Okay. Okay, right. So then let's say we've got wind coming in from the side. Aha. Yeah, okay. And then let's say sails. What does that do? It actually allows it to go out more. Okay, so let's say we do winch down. That should spill this out, but maybe this is actually not a long enough winch. Is that all we've got? That might be all we've got. Okay, so let's go up here real quick, over to this. And let's say I do this. We can actually move that around up there, which then moves this one around down here. However, because the sail is still attached to the center, the wind is not quite tipping us over anymore. It's working differently, which is actually how it's supposed to work, I think. Oh, this is actually doing its thing. It is. So if I winch this up, I need to change the winch speed, but I think that's correct. Although I could very much be wrong. But I'm pretty sure this is working as it should now. Maybe. Okay, I've turned off the wind. And what I'm going to do now is try and put the sail down. So, let's go ahead and send this back to the center, which is here. Good. We are going to go ahead and turn that off. Do this and do this. No, other way, this way. So that is now sliding down, which is going to close it off. And if I winch down, this is... oh. This should be able to, like, fall this way? Oh, I don't know. I think I kind of understand what I'm doing now, but it is going to cause some issues. Yes, there you go. So that's going to fall this way. And then maybe I actually put a rope anchor here and attach that to there. Or maybe I put a winch here and we just disconnect it from there altogether and then it stays on here. That's kind of annoying. The thing is, I wanted this to be very simple. And it's not going to be very simple anymore. It's not. Okay. Yeah, so I think maybe if I put a handle on here, maybe I can put a connector there, and then I can just come grab it, attach it on, and then that's the sails down. Does that make sense? Let's see if that works. Alright, there it is. So I've added a handle, I've added a connector onto here, and I'm gonna add a connector onto here as well. Yes, there you go. And then we're gonna have a button so that we can actually disconnect it. That goes there. Not really what you'd see on a shale ship, but there you go. So that disconnects that if we need to. So now we can try it out. I'm also going to put this on speed 10, and let's see what happens. Okay, so we're winching it in. There you go. And this is going down. Okay. I don't know how to grab that and put it in the right place. Oh, I've detached it. No, that's not what I wanted. Attach it back on. There we go. So I need to grab this from here. Oh, I can't. It's too high. It's making me fly. This doesn't seem right. No, I think I might have to be able to disconnect it. Although, no, now it's actually come down here. Here we go. Alright, it's on. Yeah, so realistically then, this could be detached and put away, and that is the sail almost fully down. Doesn't look the greatest, but I think that's how I want it to be. Does that even make sense? And then obviously when you want to put it out again, you attach this onto here, you push this all the way out, and you winch this up. Alright, so that's going to start pulling this. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect this guy. Alright, so that is now taut. Very good. And that will go all the way up there. Okay, so, well, I'm going to go ahead and do this sort of setup on that sail right there, that sail right there, and the one at the front as well. I guess there's two at the front, isn't there? I'm going to do it on this one and this one. The whole issue with this, though, is that controlling all of these by myself is going to be a massive pain in the butt. Also, is that even strong enough to get up there? It looks like it is. Okay, let's go ahead and put this system. I'll let this droop a little bit, I suppose. Because otherwise it's going to cause some issues. There we go. Yeah, there we go. And then tighten it up. Very good. Yeah, let's go ahead and put this sort of system on this one, this one, this one, and the two at the front. I think I'm going to control them all by the same control. So this will control every single one of them. Just to try and make things a little bit more simple. Although I could do it all individually. And then if we wanted to, we could run on like 3 sails instead of all 6. I don't know. I'm going to have to do something with those sails as well. Now, I have an idea. It'll work the same way. We'll use these guys on the edges, and that'll allow that to be pulled upwards to there on both sides, as well as up here as well. We'll do the same thing. But it'll be controlled. I don't know. Things are getting tricky now. Uh-oh, here we go. Things are getting crazy. Very crazy. Things are wobbling quite a bit too, and that could be a problem. I haven't... Oh, yeah, no, that's the thing, actually. I haven't changed the speeds of the winches just yet, so I need to do that. And then once I've done that... Oh, my goodness, we are so far away. Once I've done that, we should be good to go. Is this a winch? Small winch. All right, there we go. All right. So all 3 of them at the back have been sorted now, so that hopefully the sail itself is correct. Let's have a look. All right, so that goes up, yeah, that goes up, and that goes up. They are in slightly different places because obviously the winch on this one is slightly higher than this one because the deck is obviously higher, but hopefully that's fine. So when it comes to going down, we winch down. There you go. We do this. All right, so all of them should do the same thing. That one's coming in, that one's coming in, and that one's coming in. All of the pieces at the top are all the same, so that's all good. And all of the winches at the bottom will all release at the same speeds, so that's all good too. And this is slowly working. If I don't click the sail button whatsoever, then hopefully it should stay where it is on the sail. And that should allow it to actually go into here. It seems like it is actually going at the right sort of distance. Or right sort of speed and distance? I don't really know. But yeah, this should come over. As soon as the top thing is down enough, then it should actually connect directly on. Let's have a little look. Come on. We're so close. Ah. All right, hang on. Let's swing it out and swing it back in. There we go. So that is now connected to there. And these ones will be very similar. There you go. We can connect that onto there. And then this one is dragging along the top of there. Let's go ahead and connect this onto here. Aha! So now we can take the sails down. And then when it comes to releasing them, I just press this button on each of the sails. Again, I can put that button like somewhere in the central so we can connect them all at the same time. And then if I do this and winch up. I mean, winch up does make sense, but at the same time it's sort of fine. There you go. Because this is coming out naturally anyway. And then if there's wind, we'll wait for it to get all the way to the top. But if there's wind, that'll be fine. Yeah. This is crazy. This is crazy business. So we're going to have to do the same thing on that one and this one. Although I am kind of feeling like this one needs to go. And then this one can be moved backwards slightly, but then we have to do something with the jib. Because this ain't right either. And this is going to get complicated actually, this one. But it's fine. Maybe. And there we go. All of them have been successfully done. So this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one are all complete. They're all exactly the same, and they're all controlled by the same controls right there. So, now what do we need to do? Well, we need to work on these guys right here, these 2 sails. So, let's go ahead and start working on them right now. Okay, so the way I see it, we need to delete this guy off of both sides. we need to replace it with one of these. So if I delete that, we grab one of those guys and I chuck it on the end like so. That is what we need, yes. We're then going to go ahead and get a pivot really quickly. Here we go, shove that on there. And what we're going to do is add a rope anchor directly to this. There you go. So rope anchor is on. Very nice. We're then going to delete that guy. We're going to grab a sail thingamabobby, and that's all good. There we go. We're then going to grab this, and we're going to put it on there. Fantastic. That's actually kind of it. So, essentially, when we need to bring this up, we go ahead and release this to up, and that will allow it to fold in. We then put these guys on fold or whatever, and that will pull it in, and that's how that works. We're then going to do the exact same thing with this guy. So grab this, chuck it on there like that, and then we got to do the pivot thing again. Here we go. Pivot, attach that guy onto there, grab ourselves a rope anchor, chuck that onto here, grab the actual sail thingamabobby, and go ahead and paint it the right color. There we go. And then we need to attach it all together again, deleting this guy, and that should be fine. Alright, so, first of all then, this needs to go to there, it also needs to go to there, which then this one needs to go to there. Very good. We then need to connect that directly to the winch setup thingamabobby, and that's all good too. We're going to do the same or similar thing down here, so that goes there, this goes across to here, this goes up to there, and this attaches onto there. Okay, all very good, and all done. Okay, so, we now need more buttons to control these guys. So, I think I could do it all on one. I think I can do it all on one button. So, this is going to be main sails. There we go. So, essentially what we need to do is connect this guy to... well, they're already down. So, it needs to go to down, there, and here. Yeah, down, there, and there. We're then going to do the same thing here. So, down, there, and then down, there, and there. Okay. Let's see what that does. And then we need an on button to lower it back down, don't we? Yeah, okay, so... mainsails away. And then mainsails out. Okay, let's give this a go. So we'll connect this guy onto up there. Okay, up there, up here, and up there. Is this correct? It might be. It might not be. I don't know. Anyway, spawner in. Let's see what it looks like and what it does. Come on, let's go. Let's go! Things are getting complicated! Boo! Alright, so the sails are still down, as you can see. And... there's currently no wind, just as a side note. There is actually currently 0 wind. None. So, this doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. There's none, look. It's on 0. What in the world is going on? What is happening? So this is mainsails out. This should not be doing what it's doing, I don't think. I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, I've somewhat fixed it, I think, by adding that weight right there. So there's actually 4 weights on this one, and there are 4 weights on this one. That becomes a bit of an issue, probably, when we put it away, but let's see. So mainsails away. Why have I done it this way? So what I was hoping would happen is that when I press this button, and I've obviously activated the sails, I was hoping that they would actually pull it up. But that is not the way this is working. So I guess if I just put those guys at the top, and then I pull them in, but that doesn't make sense either. Does it? No? I don't think so. I feel like this should actually just pull itself up, but it's not. You know, because I do think that's the way they work, though, isn't it? Because obviously we have these guys, right? And they're all connected to this. If I click sails there, it should allow it to move however it wants. I don't know. I feel like that should pull it in. But clearly it's not how it works. Because look at that. Okay, time to do more work. Here we go. So grab this guy and chuck it here. There you go, just like that. We're going to grab this one and chuck it there. And we're then going to attach one of these guys onto here and one of those guys onto here. We're then going to attach this guy onto the bottom so it doesn't look as bad. There we go. And I'm going to connect this up to there. I'm going to go ahead and go to the other side, connect this up to there. We're going to do this guy down to here. And we're going to do this guy up to there. Okay, and then I need those to be on up. So, up. When I press down. Is that right? Up when it's away. Yeah, okay. And that's going to be the same on all of these. So, what am I doing? Where is it? Here it is. So, up there. There we go. Up there. And then up on this side. And that's all fine. And then when I want them back down again, I need to get the down one, or sails out, and attach that to the rest of them. So, up here is where we need to go. Down. Excellent. Down. Excellent. Down. No, that's not it. Down and... where is it? Down. Alright, try again. Here we go. Look at this. So now they are sort of folding away. However, they are fighting each other. So this winch and that winch up there are actually sort of fighting. You see how it's slowly jittering up? Slowly but surely it's going up. So yeah, they're fighting each other. But eventually the sail will get to there. And then hopefully that'll be it. So those sails are going away. And then if I do this, no, this. Alright, I need to put this on a button as well. And this. Then this one, these ones will go away as well. And then we'll have all of the sails away. Although that one looks too big. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm sure it's fine. The other option would be that I actually spawn that in there, so that guy is at the top already, and right next to that one, and the sails are already very small, and then when I release it, the sails actually grow and get bigger, and then it works. But overall, that's not terrible. They're not, like, fully away, but they're not... yeah, it's not too bad. These guys are all coming down as well, which is fine, and I'm kind of happy with that. So, let's go ahead and extend them all back out again. Main sails out, here we go, that should just drop it down, which it is in fact doing, very good. These ones need to be faster, because those ones are currently on 10, but the lower ones are only on 1, so that's a problem. And that sail is huge, my goodness. Alright, well guys, look at this. So, these sails right here, these two main ones look ugly as, and they don't seem to be working quite right. But the rest of the sails I am kind of happy with. Except this problem. You see how instead of that going out to the side, it's actually just going in? I think this needs to be able to be bigger. Also, what happens if I just... alright, this could be a really bad idea. Yeah, so it just flaps in the wind. Alright, my bad, my bad, my bad. Oh, no. Right, oh my goodness. Woohoo! Yeah, so I wanted to see what happened there, and it does just flap in the wind, which makes sense. Can't do anything about that right now, because I've accidentally detached it. That's just the way it is. But yeah, we are actually sailing forwards without fully tipping over, which is excellent. And now there's a tsunami, okay. And we got downstairs. Woo! Would you look at that? Alright. Well, I'm kind of happy with that then. So we've got our steam power, and we have our sail power. I've gotten rid of the jib at the front. This is called the jib, right? I keep calling it the jib. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. So I've gotten rid of this sail, and I don't think I'm going to use it. Maybe we should, but I think I can get all the way up to the Arctic like this. Especially with our steam, anyway. So, it is what it is. I think what I need to add now, before we leave on our big old journey, is a bunch of deck detail. That's kind of the last thing I want to do. I don't necessarily want any interior detail anymore, just because, well, I'm not very good at it. Now, I think I would do it a disservice. So, we're going to try and do a good thing. We're going to try and do a good thing. After this build, by the way, I think I do want to build, like, a smaller sort of version of this, and then maybe do an interior in that. So we'll probably only have one funnel, and maybe, like, 3 masts instead of 6. Something like that. And it'll just look way nicer and better, and hopefully work better as well. We'll have to wait and see. But guys, it's actually sailing. By itself. This is great. If I wanted to, I could swing these back around. I'm actually thinking maybe those at the top could be longer, and maybe that would actually give us more of a nicer system, but I'm not sure just yet. But yeah, for now, I think I'm going to leave this here. There's a lot of, like, random things to try and get used to here, and this is interesting. But yeah, I think next time we'll add some deck details, we'll add some lifeboats and stuff like that, and just try and make it look a little bit nicer. And then from there, we are going to try and sail up to the Arctic, because that's what we need to do. So, there you go. Anyway, for now, thank you guys very much for watching whatever the heck this was. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.